So, 姉は今、喫茶店で働きます or 働いています。So, pause it for a sec, make a choice, and then go ahead and start up again. Let's see if you're correct. Oh, we'll do that in a second. And then our next one, according to our English up on the top, 姉は今、私たちとうちに住みます or 住んでいます。Okay, which one would it be? Okay, let's look at our next one. 姉は今、結婚しません or 結婚していません。Which one would we say for number 3? And our last one. 姉は私の友達を知りません or 知っていません。Okay, so let's take a look. So for number 1, if you picked 働いています, you are correct. Number 2, if you picked 住んでいます, you are correct. Very good. For number 3, if you picked 結婚していません, you are correct. Right? She's not in a state of being married. That one would be a little tricky. And our last one, if you picked 知りません, you are correct. We're gonna, this verb, if we want to give the negative, we're gonna make sure we just keep it in the regular ません form. We will not need to put it in ていません. Okay, so hopefully this helps you realize what you get and what you don't get. And hopefully we get a chance in class to kind of talk about this together and clarify any questions you have. Let's move on. So our second our second bunpo is to use the already adverb mo and not yet adverb mada. So I think this is something that popped up when we were doing our practice quiz that realized we may not have covered. Okay, so first we have some examples, right? So first one, if you want to say have you already eaten lunch? It will be もうお昼ご飯を食べましたか? Okay, so もう, you're going to go ahead and you can stick that right in front of whatever action phrase you want to say to mean already. So eaten lunch, already, have you eaten lunch? And then if you want to say not yet, you'd say いいえ、まだです. いいえ、まだです. Or you could also say いいえ、まだ食べていません. So if you want to say you haven't eaten yet, you can use that ていません form with the 食べて. Okay? And then our second example here, we have この漢字をもう習いましたか? Have you already learned this kanji? この漢字をもう習いましたか? And then if you want to answer no and use まだ, we'll say いいえ、まだ習っていません. Okay? So, it's just some basic patterns with this one. We can use mo and mada with this. Okay, so I would ask everybody, 皆さん、単語をもう勉強しましたか? もう単語を勉強しましたか? And what would that mean? If you said, have you already studied your vocabulary? You're correct. Right? And if you haven't, you can say, いいえ、まだです. Or いいえ、まだ勉強していません. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward pattern. These examples, I'd probably write these down so you have notes of them to remember these. Okay, but let's look at let's see if we can practice with some of the dialogue here. See if you can choose the correct word. Okay, so sensei says, お昼ご飯を blank 食べましたか? お昼ご飯を blank 食べましたか? What do you think we would say? And then our next one, person answers, はい、もう or まだ食べました. What do you think would be correct? So if we look at here, chances are our teacher's not going to say, have you not yet eaten? That would sound weird, right? So probably going to say, mo tabemashita ka? Have you already eaten? Mo tabemashita ka? And then because we're answering hai here, we're probably going to say mo again. Mo tabemashita. Yes, I've already eaten. If you were going to say no, you'd probably say mada, not yet. Let's go on to our next one. Ken-san replies, iie. And are we going to say mo tabemasen? Or mo tabete imasen? Or mo tabemasen deshita? Or are we going to use mada? So think about what he's saying. He's saying no. Are we going to use mo or mada? And then what form of to eat are we going to use here? So chances are, because he's saying iie, we're going to say not yet, right? So we're going to use mada. And then we're going to go ahead and say iie mada tabete imasen. We're going to use this tabete imasen. If you said tabemasen, this is present negative, right? So we'll be kind of like saying I will not eat. I have not yet, will not eat. That's kind of weird. Tabete imasen is kind of the state of having eaten. You haven't done it yet. So that would make sense. Tabemasen deshita. So I could say I have not yet, didn't eat. I have not yet, didn't eat. That sounds kind of weird. So this is why we need to use the te imasen form. And it makes the most sense when we put it together with these mo and mada. Okay? So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense to you. We'll have you guys practice this with your vocabulary. Okay, so the last activity that I'm hoping you guys can do today, but if not, we'll pick up next time, is I want you guys now to practice using some of these new vocabulary terms and ask your classmates these questions. This is your second worksheet. You'll need to finish this in class. But let's look at our questions. So first we have doko de umaremashita ka? Doko de umaremashita ka? And you can go ahead and ask your partner that, and then give the answer. Next one, ima doko ni sunde imasu ka? Right? Our next one, otou-san wa doko ni tsutomete imasu ka? Number 4, arubaito wo shite imasu ka? So they're asking about you. Doko de hataraite imasu ka? Okay. So they want to know, are you working? Where do you work, right? Next one, ima 100 doru wo motte imasu ka? It's kind of an interesting one to answer. See if you can figure that one out. And then our next one, kanji o naratte imasu ka? Okay. And number 8, kind of a level up to question 7, kanji o 100 shite imasu ka? Ooh, see if you can figure out what that one means. See if you can work together on that. Number 9, お姉さんは結婚していますか? Okay, and that one might be tricky because some of you may not have an ane, right? So if you don't, maybe you need to tell them that she does not exist, right? And if she does, answer that question. And then number 10, go ahead and ask your partner. You're going to fill in somebody's name and go ahead and ask them this question. 何々さんをしていますか? So you can pick someone you know and say, like Billy sanをしていますか? And see what their answer is to that question. Go ahead, ask your partner these questions, and answer each question on the lines below. Okay, and the very last thing, if we get to it, if not, we'll pick it up next time. But go ahead and take a look at 23 ページ. So 23ページから25ページまで文化をちょっと読んでください. So I'd like you to just read a little bit about the culture notes here in the textbook. If you want to take a few brief notes, you can. What I would do is try to write maybe 1 or 2 sentences about each section. So 1 or 2 notes about Japanese names, and then for each region, write down a couple of sentences talking about the thing that stood out to you most. Okay, and at the very end of that, I would like you guys to go ahead and tell me, now that you've read a little bit about each region of Japan, which one would you like to visit the most? Tell me about which one you like to visit the most. Okay, so with the completion of that will complete the very first part of Lesson Ichi, just the very beginning of Lesson Ichi. So I hope this has been